Hey guys, just want to make a quick video about finding the best sets after optimizing in the backtest kicker or in the strategy tester. So on the screen you can see that I've optimized for 80 CAD from the 5-minute time frame all the way to the 4-hour time frame. I didn't optimize for the 4-hour time frame since it took a bit too long. So after the optimization is finished, it will come up with this tab here saying that the backtests have done. Would you like to open the report folder? So this step is not necessary. I'm going to click no. And then I'm going to open the IC Markets or MetaTrader 5 terminal. After you've opened your terminal, you want to click on the optimization results, and then you want to click on select expert and select the GenesisFX version 10 or 1.10 or whatever version that you have right now if you're watching this in the future. Next, you want to click on view previous optimization results, and I'm going to start from M5 all the way to H1. So I want to click on the first M5 optimization, and you're going to see a forward result and an optimization results. Click on the forward results, and from here you want to filter out which sets you want to run. So there are a lot of methods to choose from. For example, you can use the forward 99.99 and the backtest 99.99 filtering method, where you only choose sets which for the first 3 digits start with 9s. You can run those, or you can filter by drawdown. So you can filter by the least drawdown, or you can also filter by profit. So you can run sets based on how much profit they make, or if you right click and you click on Sharp ratio, you can also filter sets based on the highest Sharp ratio. So you can see here that this set has a very high Sharp ratio, 99.9, 99.89. But for me, my personal preferred method is to just filter out the 99.9s on the left and the 99.9s on the right. So for example, for this 5-minute set, we actually don't have a lot of good settings from this optimization, since I don't see a lot of 99.9s on the right. There's one here, which we can run. And there's also another one here. I'm not going to use this one since it's 99.91 is too close to 99.90. I prefer to at least have 99.93s. So looking from the backtest results of this set, you can see that during the backtest period, it's made 12.7% or $12,000 and pretty much $12,800 with a drawdown or max drawdown of $2,000. So a drawdown of 2%. Let's look at the forward results. It's made 4.3% with a drawdown of 1%, which is very good. We can use this. I'm going to save this set by right click save. You can name this however you want. I'm going to name this 80 CAD M5 100K 1. Next, I'm going to run this set here. And then after that, I'm going to run this set here. So for the backtest results, it's made 15% with a 2.3% drawdown. And for the forward results, it's made 7.7% with a 1.7% drawdown. So I'm going to save this set as well. Right click, save. And I'm going to name this as the second set. What you want to do is just rinse and repeat. For example, we found this other set here, 99.96, 99.99. I'm going to double click and run this. And I'm not going to go any lower since it's going to 99.95s, 94s. I'm not really too interested in these. So I'm going to just run this last set here for the 5-minute time frame. So in the back test, this set made 11.5% with 1.5% drawdown. Is also very good. And in the forward, it's made 5.4% with a 1.4% drawdown. So once again, I'm going to save this as set number 3. Normally, I would run these sets. I would use these sets for as long as the duration of the forward period. So whatever this period is, for example, it's since around November to January. So I would use this for about 1.5 months. And then I would re-optimize and find new sets. So next, let's head on to the 15-minute. And once again, do the same process. Ideally, we want 99.99s and 99.99s on the right. Okay, so straight away from scanning this first few sets, these few settings, I see that we have a 99.99 and 99.98, which is very good. I'm going to double click on that and run this set. Next, I'm going to run this 99.98 and this 99.98. It's made 5.3 thousand in the forward test. And then I'm going to run this, and then I'm going to run this, and so on, right? So you guys get the idea. Keep in mind that just because a set has not hit the equity protection or the max drawdown during the backtest period does not mean that it won't hit it when you run it live, because no one can predict the future, right? The backtest results for this is 10,000 and 1.8% drawdown. Forward results we have 4.5% and 1% drawdown. I think we're going to find better sets, so I'm not going to use that. I'm not going to save it. Personally, for me guys, for funded account or for challenge account, especially since now that a lot of prop firms such as FTMO have unlimited challenge period, there's no need to rush the challenge to complete it within 1 or 2 months, especially in 1 month. Since in order to achieve that 10% or 8%, you're going to use higher risk, which leads to higher lot sizes, which leads to a higher percentage chance of hitting equity protector. That's just my approach. Of course, you guys can use a high lot size, you guys can hit a lot of EPs, but it can generate like 20% monthly. That's what makes the GenesisFX EA so great, is that you guys can customize it to your own trading style and make it personal to you. So we have a much better backtest result here for 12.7 thousand and a 2.5% drawdown. And in the forward tab, we have 5.3 and 0.8% drawdown. I'm going to save the set, rename it to M15. Then I'm going to run this set because the set has a 99.99 in the backtest. And we have a 0.61% drawdown. We can always scale this up later. Next, I'm going to run this because this has a pretty much double the amount of profit from the set above. So I'm not even going to bother running this. However, we can see that it does have a 1% higher drawdown. So most likely is that it is using a higher martingale multiplier. So if we look to the right, we have a 1.1 multiplier versus a 1.2. By the way, a lot of you guys are skeptical or scared of using martingale. I wouldn't worry about it too much unless the prop firm does not allow it. If they don't allow it, then go to the settings of the inputs and just turn off the martingale multiplier and set it to 1 when you optimize. The reason why I capped the optimization from 1.0 as a fixed lot to 1.2 is because I don't want the martingale multiplier to go too high. Otherwise, it would lead to very large drawdowns that you see from other EAs. And 1.2, 1.1 is a very healthy number. As you can see, we can still achieve less than 5% drawdown, so there's nothing to worry about. So from the back test, we've made 6K, and a forward test, this can obviously be scaled up a lot, so I'm going to double this and use 0.6 lots. Okay, so that's the result that we want. We have 12.7% gain with a 2.6% drawdown. Personally, since I think we already have found better sets than this using a lower lot size, I'm not going to save this set. Next, let's run the test with the 9K profit. I really like how the equity curve looks like in the backtest here. We can see that it's made 25.5% with a 3.1% drawdown. That is a little high. What I like to do is I like to see around a 2% drawdown, so that way I have around 2% more breathing room. For example, if the max drawdown is at 2,000 for a 100K account, that means that we have an extra 2K as a buffer from our set. I really like how the equity curve looks. However, I do think that we are over risking a little bit. So I'm going to turn down the lot size to 0.25 and I'm going to run the test again. Okay, so now we have 1.2% profit and a 2.6% max drawdown. What I recommend you guys to do is to ignore this value here in the brackets, because this is based on the account equity at the time. So it's going to be more accurate if you look at the number value here versus the percentage value. So we have a 1.8% drawdown. I really like this set. I'm going to save this and rename it. And then I'm just going to keep repeating these processes again and again until I found all of my sets, and then I'm going to run my sets that I found using forward set to no, so that we get a straight equity curve, and then I'm going to compare them side by side, and I'm going to use the one that I like best. So I hope that this video helped you guys in finding the right set files that works for you. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below or in the Discord channel or where to ticket, and I'll help you out there. But yeah, that's all there is from me, and yeah, happy trading guys.